In this video, I'm going to be talking all about the white Feiyu high top that we have here for sale at Enso Martial Arts. I'm going to be talking all about its features, what's so good about this shoe, the type of people that like wearing it, give you some tips on sizing and help you out getting the right shoe first time you buy online. Talk about some of the other Feiyus that we have for sale at Enso Martial Arts. And at the end, there's going to be a short montage of people training and using the Feiyu shoes. Hi, my name's Doug Swift. I've been doing martial arts for the past 33 years and I've been the owner of Enso Martial Arts for the past 16 years. If you're liking this video, click the little icon in the bottom right hand corner of this video, subscribe to our channel and get all the latest updates on martial arts products that we sell at Enso Martial Arts. So let's get into this video and find out all we can about the white Feiyu high tops. So a number of years ago I visited Fuxing Park in China, one of the oldest traditional parks in China. I was watching people do Tai Chi, Kung Fu, Bagua, Xingyi. There was just people everywhere practicing their chosen martial arts and also people playing music, singing. It's an amazing atmosphere. So I took a little bit of time out to review the Feiyu high top while I was there. The video was quite short, there wasn't that much information, so I thought it was time to do a video with way more detail in it and tell you everything there possibly is to know about the white Feiyu high top. So before I start blabbing on about how good these Feiyu high tops are, I thought I'd clear a few things up. Now there's quite a lot of debate about Feiyus and whether some are real, whether some are fake, so I thought I'd take a little time out to clear it up. Now, there used to be a French company that made Feiyus. They got the contract for making and distributing in Europe. So there was a time when there was loads of very expensive Feiyus, around the kind of 80, 100 pound mark, Feiyus going out all over Europe and being sold. Now, the shoes we sell in Enso are the Chinese made, so they're the original Feiyus. Not all Feiyus are exactly the same. The standard low tops are the green triangle top one shoes. They're the original Feiyu shoes. Now, not all high tops are exactly the same. They're still made in China, they're still made in exactly the same factory, the Feiyu factory, there's only one. They have slightly different molds depending on who does the order. So there's companies that have their own molds. So the original Feiyu molds, sometimes they do make the high tops, but not always. Now what tends to happen is one company will put in an order for Feiyus and then everyone else will jump on the back of that order and get a load made. So we can't guarantee that the Feiyu high tops are gonna be the original green triangle bottoms. These ones are red triangles. Sometimes they're red circles, sometimes they're black circles, sometimes they're green triangles, green circles. We can't guarantee the green triangle bottoms because they're just not made enough. There just isn't enough supply. Now, we try and get Feiyu high tops whenever we can. So whenever there's availability, we just get whatever we can. And there are differences. So I'll tell you some of those differences quickly. Sometimes the soles are a little bit flatter. So with the original Feiyus, they're slightly curved. Sometimes they'll be a little bit flatter. Sometimes the rubber's slightly different. So it might be slightly harder or slightly softer. Very minor differences, but it is good to know. Yeah, as I said before, the mark on the bottom, the red triangle, the green triangle, this just states which mold it was. So again, they do vary slightly. Sometimes the writing on the side's different. So you get the Feiyu. On this particular one, it says top one on the side, which we've never had before. Sometimes they're completely blank, and sometimes it will be blank one side and have Feiyu written on the other side. These labels tend to vary. So you get top one, sometimes you just get Feiyu, sometimes you get a different sort of logos, but all sort of in the same area. That tends to be the main differences. Now, they are still original Feiyus, they're still made in Shanghai, China. I just wanted to let you know. I hope that's clear and I haven't waffled too much. If you've got any questions about them, feel free to email us, feel free to write a comment below. But as I said, they're all from China, and usually Feiyus around this price are all going to be made in China. The ones that came out of Europe were way, way, way more expensive. Okay, so what is it that we love so much about the Feiyus? What are the features? One of the main things people like is the grip. A really grippy sole, really soft rubber, really good for just gripping onto surfaces, and even if there's just a little bit of contact with whatever you're doing, it still grips really, really well. Now this does mean that they wear down, but if you're really, really hammering them, you're still going to get a really good 6 months or a year out of these. I mean like 6 hours training every day, real hammering. So yeah, first really good feature. Another feature is that, as you can see, there's rubber all the way around the edge of the shoe. Even if you're on the edge of contact, and if you're on an angle or really, really odd position, you can still get grip. So for Kung Fu, this is perfect, especially with the fast movements and the change in direction. Really, really good. But there's other disciplines that really like that feature. Really, really good to have that grip and that kind of security in your mind that you're going to be able to grip the floor. The high top obviously is a really good feature. People like the extra lace hole, so it just gives a little bit of ankle support. You still have full movement. You're not restricted in any way because of the shoe, but just that little bit of ankle support is just a bit more confidence in whatever you're choosing to do. Another feature that people really love is the flexibility of the shoe. Now these shoes bend and twist however you want, so your foot's not restricted in any way by the shoe, so you're able to do whatever movements you want, and the shoe will just be able to bend and twist however you like. Now one thing that I really like, and I wouldn't recommend it a lot, for the white Feiyus especially, is you are actually able to put them in the washing machine. Now I probably wouldn't do this all the time, probably wouldn't do it on a hot wash, might not be very good for the rubber, but the Feiyus do get mucky, so being able to wash them is a really good feature. So what type of person is going to be buying the Feiyu? Now people do buy them for fashion, they really like the look of them, but in Enzo we do get people coming in for specific reasons. So Kung Fu is obviously the first one. A lot of people buying these for Kung Fu, love the grip, love the flexibility. But in more recent times we have got people doing circus skills. So a lot of Chinese pole, a lot of slackline, just circus in general, a lot of them love the Feiyu. They're fairly cheap, they're really durable, suits the circus guys perfectly. Another one really, really recently are the parkour guys. A lot of parkour guys are starting to get to grips with these Feiyus. They really like them. Again, they're cheap, again they're flexible, but the grip is perfect for parkour. They're jumping onto really tiny edges and in like real nooks and crannies, and they're just hammering like normal trainers. The Feiyus can really take the punishment. Another one is people that just go traveling. So people that want to go traveling, they're wearing these, going on a world tour. They fit perfectly into a rucksack. You can pack them down really, really small, stick them in little corners of bags. You can go in and out of the sea with them, you can go hiking with them. Perfect for traveling. So yeah, great shoe. And also if you just have them as a second shoe or a backup, you can just cram them into your bag somewhere and then use them as and when you need them. So at Enzo, not only do we sell the white high top Feiyus, we also sell the black high top Feiyus. We sell the original black top one Feiyus with the green triangle on the bottom. Also the white Feiyu low top, again with the green triangle, the original top one Feiyu. So just a few tips on sizing. Shoes can be really hard to buy, especially online. We spend a lot of time with people in the shop trying to get them the right fitting shoe. Now these are pretty good if you tend to be on like a whole number. So if you're usually a size 8, you want a size 8 in Feiyu, which will be a 42. We do have a chart on our website so you can find out which European size you correspond to, but yeah, size 8 is a 42. Now if you tend to be a half size, you nearly always want to go up. I never recommend for people to go down a size at all or squeeze into these. The rubber all the way around the Feiyu just means that this shoe won't stretch at all, and they're fine if they're a little bit big, there's no problem. A crushed toe in a Feiyu is a miserable, miserable thing, and as people tend to use them for training, people's feet expand a bit. So when you're trying them on, if you're a size 8, go for a size 8, that's no problem, but if you're a half size, I would go up to a 9. So as promised at the beginning of the video, here is a short montage of people training in the Feiyus. Thanks very much for watching. I hope it was useful. Remember to click the little icon in the bottom right hand corner of the video, subscribe to this channel and get all the latest updates from Enso Martial Arts. Thanks very much and I'll see you soon. Cheers!